Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. Here's Walker to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The football, and the Packers taking it right down Broadway, and he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
10 yards and a Seattle first down. On play action, they'll throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Walker now on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Dobbs goes in motion. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Tackle made there by Budda Baker. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 2. Love with it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. First down, Love to pass. On the move past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Well, throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Love now. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To the air again. Love. That is caught. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Jacobs will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Packers have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
3rd and 2.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Throwing. Love. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Love looking to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. Now Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
Love now to pass on 1st down. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Dobbs from 10 yards out. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 3rd and 9.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Chris Olave.
74 yards.
And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To throw now, here's Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
3rd down and 13.
Mike 17. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 17. Mike 17.
Here's Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to... Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will do it for the...
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
3rd down and 1. Love. He's got, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Fighting his way through contact. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. Lead is down to 2. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one complete to Elliott. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, Walker.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
On the give, here's Charbonnet.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Again, it's Charbonnet.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Line 17, line 17.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They will run the draw with Jacobs. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Now 3rd down and 7. Operating from the gun. Love. This pass caught. It's Dobbs with it. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Love throwing for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
That is taken in by the tight end, Fant. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 34. 95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Again, it's Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward. 2nd down, here's Charbonnet. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 22. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Up the middle they run, it's Walker. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Back to Walker on 1st down. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now a run with Walker. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
They'll run for it with Charbonnet. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Here's Walker.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion.
Here now, second and goal. Walker. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try and run. Walker.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
So here's Love and the Packers. Down by 2. A minute 12 to go. They've got the crowd behind them, and they need only a field goal to survive and advance to these playoffs. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Love to Dobbs, and he hauls it in. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Love looking to throw it. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.